Jeff Altman, the big game hunter. I'm referred to as the big game hunter because I've been hunting down leaders in staff organizations for more than 40 years. Here's another one of those tough interview questions, and this one's asked of graduates more than it is of experienced people. But sometimes it's asked of junior people because the employer is trying to figure out a way to differentiate one person from another. They've run out of questions, stuff along those lines. But it's often asked of recent grads. So let me just read the question to you, okay? In what ways have your college experiences prepared you for your career? Now, it's a good question. It requires you to think past the surface, but you have to give them the surface answer. The surface answer is, well, the obvious thing to me is that it gave me an understanding of the fundamentals that would be helpful in my career, a knowledge of the subject, a knowledge of the history of this, something along those lines where you appear as though you're being contemplated by pausing and thinking and inflecting in certain ways. So again, just to repeat that part of the answer, well, it kind of gave me an understanding of the fundamentals. I don't want to say it gave me a complete knowledge because it obviously hasn't. I have a lot more to learn. But it gave me an understanding of the fundamentals that I would need for this career. In addition, in the course of being in school, I carried a pretty heavy workload, so I learned the importance of prioritization. I worked in teams with people, so I learned how to work with others, and I also had opportunities to practice leadership skills. How do you motivate people to do what they say they want to do, but just aren't doing? And at the same time, my university, and maybe this isn't the case for you, if it isn't, don't say it, they require that we carry 2 extra courses along the way in my major. And as a result, I'm used to carrying a pretty heavy load and working my way through all this stuff. So, again, the fundamentals, prioritization, being a team player in leadership, and finally, how to carry a heavy workload and prioritize my way through it. So that's how I'd answer that question. I encourage you to frame it in your way with your language, but that's the fundamentals I would work with. So this is Jeff Altman. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did and you're watching on YouTube, share it, leave a comment, click the like button, do something that lets people know that it was worthwhile. Then come over to my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us, and go explore it. There's lots of content to help you with your job search, previous articles from my e-zine, actually e-zines, No BS Job Search Advice and No BS Hiring Advice e-zines that are published to help you find work more easily. You can also receive complimentary subscriptions to each of them at my website. Listen to Job Search Radio and No BS Job Search Advice Radio, my 2 podcast shows that provide advice for job hunters good anywhere in the world. You can search positions I'm recruiting for, watch my YouTube videos about job search. A lot of great content, a lot of tools like more than 50 places to post your resume to, access to Indeed and Job Search Universe, both of which search thousands of other sites for job leads, so you don't have to find all these places. Just stuff to help you find work. So come over to thebiggamehunter.us and go explore it. A few final points. First of all, if your firm's trying to hire someone, send me an email at the address below. Let me know who to contact and whether I should mention your name. I'd love to help you firm staff positions. If we're not already connected on LinkedIn, send me a connection request. My address is linkedin.com/IM/thebiggamehunter. I accept connection requests from people worldwide, except if you look like a spammer. I won't do it then. Finally, if you have a question about job hunting, you're not alone. Everyone does. But most people make the mistake of asking people who have as much knowledge as they do about what they should do. Friends, family, former managers. If they've changed jobs 2 or 3 times, that's not a lot. I've been doing recruiting for more than 40 years. I've helped 1,100 people find work. I've evaluated more than 400,000. Clearly I can. I'm far more experienced than these folks do. So, contact me through liveperson.com, where I'm a job search and career coaching expert. I'd love to answer your questions. So this is Jeff Altman. Hope you have a great day. Take care.